Okay, good morning and welcome to the Road Reflections Calling Dave podcast, co-hosted by Dave Nelson in Carrington, North Dakota, Grant Nelson, Thief River Falls. Now, of course, I normally say that I'm at the studios of Thief River Falls Radio, but everybody else has been able to do their programs from home at various shows during this COVID-19, so I thought I'd do it from home today, too. Dave, welcome. How's it going today?
Oh, not too bad. Beautiful day today. The temperature is under 96, and the humidity is also under that. So it's a good day today. The air is clear and fresh, and it feels good to have that after a week of heavy humidity and high heat.
Yeah, you've had to know how to swim pretty well just to walk around lately. It's been so humid. It's
funny you said that, because one of the guys came into work the other morning, and it looked like he was swimming his way through the shop, letting everybody know the air was wet.
Well, I tell you, it's just amazing. I always say I run from one warm spot to the other during the winter, but when it gets this hot, I run from one cool spot to the other. I think it's worse during the summer than it is during the winter, because I can dress to be out in the cold, but out in the heat, I don't know, not the same. It's a little bit harder on me, especially as I've gotten older, I think.
Yeah, and we always get to that point. It was just like yesterday, the temperature was rising in our house. It got up to about 75, and it got up to 76, and after you get enough hot days, and it was like 78 was the low the night before, you know. So it just, you get to that point where you're saturated with it, and right about that time you say, you know, I like summer, but I'd rather have winter right now. And so then when you get into the heat of winter, or the cold of winter, it's like, oh man, it's really nice to have summer again. So it's that point of summer where you wish for winter.
That's well. It's the equal of December 21st to June 21st. I think for me, because I guess maybe I always like something to look forward to. So a change in the weather, that kind of does it for me. Now we've had some rain up here. I think we're about one more. Well, for some people, it's probably too late. They probably had too much rain, but for some people, especially around this area where I'm at, about one more rain shower, I think we'll have quite a soybean harvest ahead of us, and corn, and our grain is getting there too. I mean, we're probably about 2 weeks off. We're somewhere 2 weeks, something like that, 20 days off from grain harvest. How's it going out there?
I had a customer tried some barley on, I forget what day it was, Thursday, I believe it was, so last week. And he was all gung-ho to go, and it's that two-row barley, you know, so that's very sensitive to any kind of moisture once it's right, you know. So anyway, he went on and tried it, and then called me and said, yeah, it's really wet yet. So it's not ready. You know, they take basically just the heads on that two-row barley and leave a lot of stock down there. And anyway, we're not ready yet, but I suspect in the next 10 days, you know, the barley that's out here will be being attacked pretty much. And the wheat has made a change in that green color, you know. It's not that bright green anymore, so it's moving along too. But the thing that kicks me, the soybeans really responded to the rain now. They look good, you know, by and large, but except for it's so much drowned out, you know. The corn that got planted is by far the best looking crop that we have out here, you know. The thing that nobody wanted to plant, and everybody could combine with it until they started planting it again. That's the one that looks good.
Yeah, we've still got a little bit of sunflowers still standing here. Not really completely sure what's behind that. I'm sure they could get out there and take them, but I think the farmer's just got other priorities right now, and it's just left him standing there. But otherwise, we got everything else done. I haven't seen any corn standing around here or anything like that. So I think we finally got the 2019 harvest done.
Yeah, I know there's a guy combining on Friday. On Friday or Thursday. Anyway, combining corn here yet, but he said it's getting so much green stuff in there that he's going to just have to let it go here pretty quick because it's so hard on the header and, running weeds and stuff through with it and that. But I don't know. He hauled in 5 semi-loads of corn last week. So he's got something to go. So I don't know. It's terrible.
One of the things about farming is people look forward to those little farm shows, or not little farm shows, but they certainly look forward to a little break where they get to go to farm shows. And there are not many of them left. Now, Big Iron is still on, but you were telling me that some of the larger companies have bowed out of Big Iron due to COVID-19.
Yeah, the two biggest ones, John Deere and Case IH, have jumped ship on it. And they, I'm sure they have many reasons, but one of them, of course, the excuse is the COVID thing, and probably a good excuse for a big company like that to not want to be in it. But they're parting ways with the show for this year, and they'll be back in 2021.
Well, we'd already lost the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers Union, but I was looking forward to Big Iron. I honestly had never been to Big Iron, but I thought, well, what a good year to go, and that's the only option. But we're seeing a lot of these shows go down, it seems like. Of course, they had to make the decision so long ago for many of them because they have a long tail. That kind of decision takes many months to make a decision one way or the other. So a lot of these were canceled in May or even early June.
Well, yeah, it's just like the state fair here was canceled long ago, and the main reason that was canceled was because the entertainment acts, you had a chance, I believe, to bow out without having to pay them. But if you cancel them when they're scheduled, you pay them no matter if they come and draw gates or not, So they canceled the state fair here, I would say about the 1st of April or middle of April, something like that. It didn't take them long to do it at all. They caught a lot of flack about it because it was, kind of early, but that was their main reason. They had to cancel a certain length of time before the show or lose, and they have to pay the person or whoever the act is.
Marshall County Fair should have been this week. Today should be its last day. And they still had 4-H competition. They did it virtually on Zoom. And they did each competition on the day that it should have been done. So Friday was still Livestock Day, just in a lot different format. They had pre-made videos that each exhibitor put in, and then the judging was done live as they watched the video. So that's a little bit different, but at least they kind of got it done around here. So
yeah, it's good to have some continuity there for people, even if it be by video or Zoom or whatever, because you take a whole year off of that, it takes you more than a year to come back from that. It's people lose interest. Baseball, there should have been so much youth baseball going on this summer. They'd just be now getting to the point of tournaments and stuff. And kids have been, baseball diamonds have been silent all summer. Parks have been closed and things like that. So yeah, it's taken a toll, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sure has. Well, you have anything else for us this week, Dave?
No, I guess not. I'm just going to go out and enjoy this really nice day today.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. Well, we'll talk to you next week.